lighter duties or less complex duties for a person with moderate level dementia, whether at a home setting or a communal setting, is very different from lighter duties for someone that, say, had a physical injury like a bad back. Because a person with moderate level dementia, especially if they're in their 70s, even their early 80s, can still be very strong, fit and capable. They can do the task, but the problem is, as they're working, they often forget what it is that they're doing, this being a problem. So for example, if they're vacuuming a long corridor and they stop to talk to someone to chat, then they'll forget after that that they're vacuuming the corridor and just walk off and the job's not done. So they really need to have someone not necessarily supervising them, but observing and encouraging and reminding them that yes, they are doing the vacuuming and can they please continue the task so that it can be completed. And this, of course, especially if the tasks are important and need to be done, there's no point giving someone a light duty like vacuuming if they can only focus on it for 5 minutes. You've gone to the effort to set it all up, to explain it to them, to have someone, around and about to check that they're able to continue to do it, but they can only do it for 5 minutes, then that's the end of it. It's not worth the effort. They may as well just go and have an ice cream or go for a walk or something else. I mean, it has to be efficient. The thing is with setting up systems with dementia residents, it has to be as efficient, practical, pragmatic and effective as possible, because it's not just the person with dementia, of course, that's affected. If it's in a community, the whole community is affected. It takes a lot to support someone with dementia. That's why the person with dementia also needs to contribute as much as practically possible and as they are able, on an emotional level, physical level, whatever level. At least they can make the effort to be pleasant and smiley. That's a big contribution. Helping someone that's pleasant is much better than someone that's grumpy and angry. That can't last long. So that cooperation. Secondly, that they make the effort with the task as much as we all make effort to work. The person with dementia also has to make that effort to work within their capacity. And it takes some discerning, some understanding, knowing the person, being on their side, having the empathy to know where they're at on the day. That's the thing, and that's the learning. Because sometimes they can have a really good day and they can achieve a lot, can sweep the kitchen, do the dishes, rake the leaves. The next day, they're not up to anything. So that takes a lot of accommodating. But really, mainly with moderate level dementia, it's not so much the dementia blanks, but that happens a lot with higher level dementia, which I've gone into a lot with all the videos I've done and the 2 books, Resident's Voice, Resident's Rise. But it's the recent memory loss that really is the big issue to work around. And the light duties or less complex duties. If the person gets a duty, say washing dishes, if say it's a big community, retreat centre, and they're washing dishes, they've always washed the dishes, they're very good at washing dishes, their past memory intact will click in and override the recent memory loss problems. So they'll be able to wash dishes all day, no problem, because they don't need to tap into their recent memory, because their past memory of washing dishes is intact. So they can keep doing that, as long as they're physically able to often. So that's how you really need to understand the person, understand past memory, intact with tasks that they've been doing a long time. If you've been a driver, a driving instructor all your life, you'll be fabulous at driving cars. So even with dementia and recent memory loss, if you've got a GPS and you're good at working it, and you're skilled with driving and the whole process. I've actually met people with dementia that drive quite well, and this particular guy, and he was a driving instructor and a very good driver even with dementia. I'm not advocating it, but I'm just saying that if you do have a skill, you can continue this much more likely than a new skill, definitely. So it's understanding the spectrum, understanding the person, and efforts all round. Everyone has to make an equal effort for this to support the person. And of course, if they've contributed to the family or the community, you know, lifelong, you want to help them. Naturally, you want to help them. So everything in these books, Residents' Voice, Residents' Rise. Please subscribe. Please like, thumbs up if you enjoy the channel. And I enjoy the comments. Please pass on. Thanks.